Good day, fish friends. Today I thought about making a video about 10 things that you should do in order to make a successful planted tank. But I thought about it and it seems so redundant. Everybody else is doing that. So instead, let's do 4 things that are often done wrong when starting a planted tank. Let's start with number 1, and this is just my opinion, okay? First, the selection of wrong sized gravel. You need to select gravel that is proportionate to the size of the tank that you are planning to use. Example, if you're gonna go with a nano tank, a 5-gallon nano tank, don't go with gravel that's like peanut size or pea size. The end result is just going to look silly, and everything, the tank, the whole setup is going to look small. So please select the size of the gravel or the substrate properly. Number 2, and this is, well, people think they can save money by being stingy with the amount of plants that they put in the tank. Well, sadly, that is wrong. You really need to start with volume. You need to start with a lot of plants, like the one you see there on the screen right now. See, I put a lot of crypts, dwarf sage. You need to put a lot of plants in order to mitigate the possibility of algae overcoming the entire aquarium and ruining everything. Having lots of fast growing plants will suck up a lot of the nutrients and will not leave any for the algae. But just to manage your expectations, especially when starting a new tank, it's most probably you still will have algae, but let's keep it to a minimum. Number 3, and I think this is everywhere I go in the Facebook forums, this is just something that comes up very commonly. Do not add liquid fertilizers to the water column in the first 4 to 6 weeks. This is absolutely wrong, and this is simply a recipe for producing opportunistic algae to overcome the tank and destroy everything that you've worked for. You can add the liquid fertilizers maybe after two months, 8 weeks, or maybe even 12 weeks later, when you see that the plants have started to take hold or establish the tank. By this I mean you see new growth, for example, then add liquid fertilizers. But before that, anything before that is just going to ruin everything, because opportunistic algae is going to make use of the nutrients and the plant simply cannot, because they are not yet established. Number 4, and this is probably the most common thing or universal everywhere, and that is not doing proper research. Example, trying to mix low-tech plants with high-tech plants. This is just silly. If, for example, you already have a bunch of low-tech plants such as kabomba, makopa, crepes, dwarf sage, anything that requires low light and even no CO2, and then you also add what's this called, makopa salmanzi, then that is going to ruin everything, because that high-tech plant is simply not going to survive in a low-tech environment. Also, if you try to make that plant survive in your low-tech environment by adding CO2 and plants, then the low-tech plants are simply going to grow crazy and will be all over the place. So you will not have a pleasant looking tank. So in my opinion, do the research and do not mix low-tech and high-tech plants. Now, regarding with everything else like plants and fish, everybody else has a video for that, and I do not feel like doing additional video for that, and if it just feels so redundant. I just want to talk about the things that are less encountered in YouTube. So if you have any questions, violent reactions, please feel free to make your point in the comment section. And if you're watching this until this point, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I hope you like and subscribe, so it will help me continue to make more content for you. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.